To an aunt to me,
Mm-hmm.
only, you know, they lived in Detroit, near mother and dad's friends.
Mm-hmm.
But it
Well,
was
this is very
the nearest
pretty
I'd get to an aunt.
because it has a variety of wildflowers. Is
Yeah,
what it
so
looks
that's
like
what I
on it.
said, you
Yeah.
might.
That's very nice.
And I don't think you want a butter dish. This is, it's not crystal, but it was the best I could do to find a butter dish. So, if you want a butter dish, we got one. Oh, here's,
I'm not sure it was.
this was
sitting
a
on the
crystal
refrigerator.
jam one, but I knocked the top off of it. But I
Aw.
saved it. I've got the top, but I never got around to gluing it back on.
Huh.
The salt and pepper shakers, those are 100 years, well, those were mother's wedding gifts. But nobody uses sterling silver anymore, so once in a while I polish them up and use them. So if you're interested, they're yours. So there you are. I cleared my thing out. So whatever you want is yours. No kidding. If you want them all, feel free to say so. If you don't want certain ones, say so. I really don't care because Anne has plenty.
Mm-hmm.
The girls are not, they're interested in modern china, the cheap stuff, you know, whatever, melamine or whatever type, it's plastic. But that's what they want.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was only leaving these here to, Anne would have to dispose of them. I'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And so she could even give them away. They're all more or less, these are utilitarian.
Mm-hmm.
You can almost tell the fine china by the way they were decorated.
Mm-hmm.
See, here's these two that are the same shape.
Mm-hmm.
There's only about 4 basic shapes on cups.
Mm-hmm.
This one I always liked. I think, I don't know what hell gave us that one. You know how they used to give Christmas gifts?
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of them I know. Those all were special gifts to me, mostly by mother, because I was in a mood one time for black china, sophisticated. I had other things to go with it, and with silver looking real nice. I'm going to have to get this leg out straight. Okay. Or it will cramp up.
Yeah.
There we are. So give it any thought that you want.
I'm still looking at patterns.
I know there's, I like flowers.
Oh yeah, these two look like they were similar because they have
But
the
they're
same.
they're not the
They're
same.
not because
No.
you see how this has like
Yeah.
the
It's
same
the
thing
same-
on
See,
the bottom.
they make the basic pattern, not the
Yeah.
pattern. They make the basic china shape, and then it's either hand transfer wear. It's mostly transfer wear. Very few is hand painted anymore. Yeah, the transfer wear I've seen them doing it in England. It's but now it's all done in China. I was lucky to go probably when the last of the big factories are still working, and I found out my uncle, who married my mother's sister, who lived in India and then went to Australia, and he was born in Stokes-on-Trent, and lived there in the age when the smokes came out of the smokestacks, and it was all a giant smoky mess in the town. So, well, whatever.
And they were making.
Now, these are the
making,
valuable ones. This.
Fine china. Is that what this?
No,
was?
these are regular bone china. Now these are at least 25 years, 30 years old. Nothing in here is younger than. This might be. And these are all older china. This is ordinary wear, and we used to use it in the kitchen a lot.
I recognize those. I think.
Yeah, you know, for tea. These are the better ones. They're right here. This is the least better one, I think. And this.
How can you tell? Because this one and this one to me look so similar.
Just a different way to decorate it. The quality of decorations. Look at
Okay.
look at the difference in quality of decoration
Okay.
and the coloring. Look at the coloring on those.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then also on the bottom we'll have. No, I handled China such a lot. As I said, when we went to England, we learned. Every country we went to, we learned. This is Royal Stafford. It depends on the different kinds. This is Staffordshire. See, they're all factories. We're all about the same place. This is Royal Albert. That's good. The Royal Dalton is the prized one that Mother always wanted. Because a lot of people in, this is a Tuscan china, which is made in England. That's less valuable, but it's beautiful. All the people are more or less that came to Belleville and immigrated. Immigrated from Stokes-on-Trent. Around in there, they were all what they used to call pottery people. So they brought with them these beautiful Royal Dalton sets because they worked in the factories. And they could get the rejects or ones, whatever. So here's all these Royal Dalton ones. I think Mother worked as a maid. And that's where she learned to cook all these. My grandmother was no cook. And that's why Mother was a good cook. And it was only in later life, maybe 10 years ago, that I thought about it. I thought, well, my grandmother is not a cook. She was let's serve up a bunch of porridge and toast. Where did my mother learn it? It was a la Dalton Abbey, the lower kitchen maid or whatever. So.